YouTube. This will be my very last video of this year, for the rest of this year. And I want to share about mental health. And I have dealt with so much things outside of my work in the past few years. And then I had to also deal with, for 2 years, also at work. And both things combined is like terrible. And my hats off to Simone Biles and the tennis player. Her name, she lit the whatever thing during the Olympics game in Tokyo or wherever. I don't have cable, so I don't watch it, but I love gymnastics, track, um, volleyball. Watching those types of sports, even swimming and ice skating. Ice skating is so beautiful. And I love ballet. Of course, ballet isn't in the Olympics. But anyways, my hat's off to them about talking about mental health, and you should always put your mental health over any job, because your mental health is more important than any job, any career, um, talent that you do. Like, her talent is gymnastics. And the tennis player, start with O, I don't know how to say her name. Um, her talent was, tennis or whatever. And they put everything into it, like their whole lives. They've given up. If you've seen her video, Simone Biles, not her video, but videos about her talks about mental health and why she took out of the Olympics, or decided, to like not finish and compete in the Olympics this year. And she already has accomplished everything, so she's always going to be a winner regardless. Other people are saying she quit on the team, and no, she didn't. Mental health matters, period, point blank, period, whenever you need it. And it takes a lot to put your mental health over a talent that you do, or competition, or a job, a career, or whatever it is, because it influences and affects you entirely, like your daily, like, routines and your eating, you know etc. It just influences numerous things. The list goes on. Okay. So my hat's off to her, and I loved her, Simone Biles and Gabby Douglas Lifetime movie. What they had to give up, prom, going to regular school, um, going out, proms and going out and stuff. Instead, they had, like teenagers, you would go out and stuff or whatever. She had to give up all that, for her dream. And Gabby Douglas' siblings gave up their dreams for their sister's dream. And I just want to shout out to Simone Biles on mental health, and also the tennis player. I forgot her name. So yeah, always put your mental health above that. And then this earth is temporary, and people don't see it like that. Companies and jobs and bosses and etc. People who don't believe in the rapture, or don't believe in heaven or whatever, they think this is my home, this is my permanent home, so these things matter. So that's why there are cars and materialistic Jordans, iPhones, and things that are not essential. Okay, obviously a home is essential, food and water is essential, clothing is essential, or whatever, but electronics is not, for example, um, needed. I mean, of course, a car helps out, but a lot of things aren't essential. Okay, but anyways, again, put your mental health. And I had to tell a new teacher that, my mental health goes over this job, and always will. Excuse my ashy hands, and I probably should have got some lotion, but I'm just gonna have to deal with it because I use hand sanitizer so much at the school and in public, and it's kind of, I think a certain soap I was using kind of made my skin like terrible. And I also have very sensitive skin and worked at different jobs where the soap literally changed the color of it. And literally, I had to apply my Fade moisturizer. And I'm currently still recovering my skin patches, mainly on my forehead. And like one on each side, which this one has recovered really well. This one is still recovering. This one over here, and like 4 on my forehead. So in my videos, you have seen me with headbands or scarves or whatever, hiding that, okay? And skin patches occurs for me. I haven't seen nobody else experience or deal with this type of skin issue. If you pop a pimple, you get a skin patch. And right now I have a little bit of acne due to chocolate from chocolate chip cookies. And yeah, and kind of being lazy on not washing and letting my makeup sponge dry after I use it. And another thing talking about that is so funny to me is the people who say you can't get into heaven if you wear makeup. Like, where does it say that in the Bible? Like, people are so crazy. Or like people who wear tattoos or have piercings. I'm not into tattoos, or I have piercings. I actually have 2. One of them aren't um, punctured, or probably still have the hole, but I don't wear them no more. Yes, it's not a big, it don't matter to me. A lot of things don't matter. iPhones, like this phone is an Android. I don't care about iPhone watches, iPhones, Jordans. Like, come on, shoot. Like, these are expensive. Obviously, they're a lot, but I have plantar fasciitis, which is temporary, and I'm making sure it's not permanent because I dance. I do tap and mix in my hip hop, and if we are still here and not raptured, I want to go on America's Got Talent, and I have to save for that, and probably should have my legs closed. Sorry, excuse me. Um, but I got leggings on. A lot of people are very, very key on videos, like, oh, why are your shirt so low? Like, okay, I'm covered. They'll say you're showing too much skin. Like, oh my goodness. But yeah, mental health matters, okay? It matters so much, and a lot of people put their jobs over their mental health. Or, for example, people put so much things over God, like understanding your family, your kids. If you have kids, I don't have any kids, I have a niece. They put these people, even their husband or significant other or roommate, or they're just, doing the whole romance things called friends with benefits, okay, or whatever you want to call it, dating wise. They put their partner over, or spouse over God and Jesus Christ. You don't never put nobody over God and Jesus Christ, okay? Nor your mental health, especially no job, okay, or something that's messing with your peace. And always take yourself out of that situation, like me having to transfer schools because it's been 2 years dealing with this staff member that I'm literally at the point like I'm end up slapping her, and I'm not even a violent person. Excuse that going off. Somebody's car always going off. I've experienced it a few times too. I had to actually get a key fob made. I bought this car. My brother helped me, and we didn't experience test driving it. Like, we test drove it like 4 times, okay, around, and used the key, and the alarm didn't go off until I bought the car. It was almost, yeah, I don't have to say all my business of how much it cost. It was a lot of money, and I was on the bus for 9 years, so I've accomplished so many things, and I am working on my second book, and I'm trying to get my internet back on. That's why I'm going to the library right now, and I don't eat out much no more since the pandemic happened, but I am going to get some fries from McDonald's. 2 fries. I love me some fries. Can't eat bread. That's okay. That's okay, because I got some other stuff I can eat, like macaroni and stuff. And even though dairy breaks me out, cheese, milk, but not really too much of cheese. A little bit of cheese break me out. It does break me out, but not as much as dairy, milk, and chocolate. Those 2 just, and peanuts. Like, I can eat pistachios, cashews, almonds, and those still break me out a little bit, but not like peanuts and the dairy, milk, and the chocolate. But yeah, sorry this video is so long. 9 minutes. Sorry. But again, your mental health. Like, I have a neighbor. She's like crazy. I will be moving from this place hopefully the end of this summer. Um, but anyways, it's just about not running from your problems, but keeping that peace. And if you need to find peace somewhere else, whether it's a job, a neighborhood, neighbors that just leave you alone, peaceful people who leave you alone, don't bother you. Okay, at a job that I've dealt with, this staff member from last year who came back again as a new assistant, and came back and did another 2 years. And I've been there almost 4 years. When you're dealing with these things, you can always find something else. Okay, it can be the same thing too, but somewhere else, and somewhere more peaceful, better environment, not toxic, not demonic. You can be surrounded by a lot of demonic things and live in demonic places, or job that's a lot of demonic or just bad spirits. A lot of people have mentioned, on YouTube, spiritual warfare, welfare. Is it spiritual welfare? Whatever. Okay, I don't know. But yeah, or just, the religious Christians and religious people will be attacked. And I get all that, like, for our beliefs and stuff. It won't deter me from doing so, or whatever, or not, just because I'm dealing with it. It's just getting so sick and tired of it. Like, you just like, I'm ready to leave this earth. Like, I've been wanting to leave this earth since I was 6 years old. When you experience tormenting and devastating things that have influenced your life as an adult. And when I was 6 years old, I thought things was worse then. They're just as worse as it was when I was a kid. Okay, and teenager, and I only dealt with bullying in high school only a little bit until I was a senior and I moved somewhere else. I went to like 4 different high schools. Okay, 3 different middle schools, like 4 different elementary schools. So I moved a lot. But when I was 6 to 13 with my eyes crossed, I wasn't born like that, but I had an accident. I was bullied, physically, mentally, emotionally, everything that entire time. So anyways, I will be coming back though on YouTube before the end of this year with one last video, because I forgot about my book. I want to put it back out there. It is on YouTube, but it's going to be short and simple. Like, people love short and simple. The ones that I made before was kind of long and probably boring and stupid. And I also want to put it on TikTok. I'm not into TikTok until I get my tap shoes. At one point I was, when I got rid of Facebook, and I've been on Facebook. And then I got it back, like I said in previous videos, after 2 years, and it's still toxic, still not good, addictive, not good. It's not important. It's stupid. It's always going to be stupid. So I don't have no social media. I do have YouTube and TikTok, but I'm not on TikTok. I put, things like God is coming, Jesus is coming. Okay. Um, you know, but anyways, yeah, your mental health is important. That's my biggest message in this video. Your mental health matters, and I hope everyone put their mental health like they put God. Okay? Put them first over anything in this earth. Okay? I mean, anything in this world. Earth, world, planet, globe, whatever. You get what I'm saying. Yeah, God bless.